dance ritual that sends the spirits of the dead to the far plane, lest they become fiends. Summoners are trained by the temple of the Yevon faith, and the majority of the populace views them as a beacon of hope for Spira. The faith are human who willingly have their souls sealed in statues in a state of dreaming. Powers allow a summoner to coalesce the power of Firefly to create physical forms from the faith's dreams, called Aeons or other magical phenomena. In the world of Spira, the faith are the souls of people who willingly underwent a ritual that removed their souls from their still living bodies and sealed them into stone tablets. This technique of creating faith was used in Xanarkand. When the religion of Yevon arose in the Machina War aftermath 1,000 years ago, summoning became one of its core dogmas, and thus it became pertinent to train summoners. Many faiths were placed within the temples of Yevon, where they reside within the chambers of faith, perpetually singing the hymn of the faith. These faiths are visited by summoners on their pilgrimage, who pray for them to receive the power to call forth their Aeon. The faith's Aeon is the physical embodiment of the faith itself. Aeons usually embody the faith's strongest emotions, an example being Anima's case, which was pain and sorrow. Aeons help summoners perform their pilgrimage. Aeons can be controlled as a character in combat. The summoned Aeon replaces the party member until defeated or dismissed. Yuna is the only playable character with the ability to summon Aeons. 5 of the Aeons obtained during the story, and the other 3 are optional. Valivor is a non-elemental aerial Aeon. She is Yuna's first Aeon, and her faith is a teenage girl whose faith statue resides in Besaid Temple. Valivor is a large avian creature notable for her dragon-like wings. She primarily attacks with her strong talons. Some of her body is covered in red feathers, and she has a long lizard-like tail. There are symbols of the Yevon script that are associated with the particular Aeon. The symbol for Valivor and Besaid is noted with the kanji for nothing. Emptiness, Mu, is a Zen Buddhist concept expressing negation of the self, selflessness, innocence, and the purity of the soul. These are the traits a summoner must achieve to succeed in defeating sin. This concept of nothingness may also be associated with the element of air. Valivor is a flying Aeon whose main attack is non-elemental and delays the opponent's turn. Traits that fit this theme. Ifrit is a fire elemental Aeon who can be summoned into battle. His faith is a former member of the Crusaders whose statue resides in the Kilika Temple. Ifrit is a humanoid, demonic-looking beast. He has a reddish-brown complexion with light red hair and a bulky appearance. He always appears hunchback. Ifrit's faith artwork from the Final Fantasy 25th Anniversary Ultimania mentions that the Aeon was originally a 25-year-old young man named Edmundo. His faith uses a Crusader character model, which is also used in other parts of the game for the background characters like Yael and in Final Fantasy X-2. The symbol for Ifrit, Kilika, the one Ifrit seal seen in the gallery for this section, is noted with the kanji for the flame. Oh no, Aeon's fate is yet to be revealed, but the singer of the hymn has a male voice, and the stone tablet also has a masculine appearance. And when you summon him, he looks like a horse. Shiva, an ice elemental. Her faith is a Makalania priestess. Shiva is a slim Aeon with a feminine and humanoid appearance and wears an ice bikini. Her Final Fantasy X appearance is notable for her hair, which is tied up in a very long, bright blue dreadlocks. The symbol for Shiva and her Makalania is noted with a kanji for ice, Ori. This is my favorite version of Shiva. I haven't played a lot of Final Fantasy games, but this version is my favorite. Bahamut. His faith is a young boy. Bahamut is a large black dragon with enormous red wings. He can stand or move in either bipedal or quadrupedal fashion. The symbol for Bahamut and Babel is noted with the kanji for light. In his faith form of a young boy, he acts as Thetis' guide and Spira. He is also the one who revealed the truth about Thetis and his hometown's origin, and that Thetis was brought back to Spira to defeat sin for good. Only Thetis and Una can see him. Also, Babel sucks. I hated that temple. The trials sucked. Anima. Her faith is a young mother. Her signature attack is Oblivion, which obliterates opponents with multiple strikes. She represents darkness and death. Although dark is not an elemental element in Final Fantasy X, her first appearance is when Maester Seymour summons her. Anima is her towering two-part creature, whose top half is heavily restrained. The lower half is a horned demon. A picture of her faith hangs from her neck, portrayed with a glowing halo-like saint. In the original version, Dark Anima doesn't have the picture of the faith, but in the HD remaster, she does. The symbol of Anima and Posh is noted with the kanji for darkness. Also, I gotta wonder, since everyone knows which faith, or like how many faiths there are, did no one have any questions when Seymour just randomly showed up with another faith? Because I assume like everyone knows these are the same faiths we've had for years, and if someone decides to sacrifice their life to become a new faith, I feel like that would be a big deal that everyone would know about. Or did they decide, or did Yevon decide, that's enough faith, that's it, we don't need any more? It's just a question I've always wondered. Why did no one outside of Yevon question, where did this other summon come from? Yojimbo. Bifid is an optional Aeon. By visiting the cavern in the Stolen Faith, the player can hire him to become Yuna's Aeon. Yojimbo acts as a sword for hire, and has 4 attacks depending on how much the player pays him, as well as a complex mathematical formula based on his worker-employee relationship with Yuna, and several other factors. Yojimbo functions similar to Odin and Gilgamesh from previous Final Fantasy games. His most powerful attack, Zenmato, instantly kills beings and bosses. Yojimbo is a colossal ornamental samurai, wielding a katana, clad in colorful robes and a gradient of gold, orange, and purple. He wears elaborately detailed full-body armor, top-heavy pauldrons that protrude gold whirling spirals akin to the topmost post of Dorish. samurai armor, accompanied by his dog, Daigoro. His faith is bound by ribbons which read seal in Yemen script. This evokes similar practice of Buddha within Shinto practices, and wearing strips of holy paper with written prayers and incantations known as Naruto are used as talisman to help contain and control spiritual power or to repel demons, and have been witnessed to be done on swords that are considered powerful but calamitous or evil. On his face statue, his sword and shield read Mea Culpa in Spirian and Yevon script. Yojimbo is a lost Aeon, his faith being held in the cavern of stolen faith, presumably having been stolen away from a temple by those rebelling against the pilgrimage tradition. Some summoners and their guardians raid the fiend-infested cabin, regardless to prey on his faith and gain his allegiance. Yuna succeeded in efforts, and Yojimbo joins her. Emptius later returns to the faith chamber after learning the truth of Dream Sanagan. Yojimbo's faith assures him that he will never be forgotten. The Magus sisters are a trio of optional Aeons summoned together: Sandy, Cindy, and Mandy. The Magus sisters is the last Aeons that you can get. The Magus sisters resemble their incarnations from Final Fantasy IV, but wear insectoid armor. Sandy is tall and slim and wears red armor. She is modeled after a praying mantis. Sandy is rotund and wears blue and red armor, modeled after a ladybug. Mindy is the smallest of the group. She wears orange armor, modeled after a bee, and hovers during battle. When Tidus' party visits the Magus sisters' chamber of the faith the second time, their big faith will appear before them. In contrast to their Aeon appearance, the faith are roughly the same height and body type. The faith statue resembles how they look as Aeons, only with blonde hair. They were also very hard for me to beat in Final Fantasy X too, as they were as boss fights. I don't know if anyone else had trouble with them, but I sure did. The final Aeon is the Aeon a summoner gains at the end of the pilgrimage to Xanarkand. The Aeon is intended to be used only once during the final battle against Sin. The ritual is called the Final Summoning. The final Aeon is created with someone who shares a deep bond with the summoner, a friend, family member, or a lover. Lady Yolaleska, she was the first summoner to defeat Sin and bring forth the calm, her final Aeon. Her husband, Lord Zayon, Yu Yevon, the mindless unseen spirit of the ruler of Xanarkand 1,000